everybody, welcome back to my channel and welcome again to another painting video. Today I'll be painting a tiger because I've missed painting an animal portrait, and one of the first animal paintings that I've done was the tiger. So let's begin now. So I'm gonna sketch first the subject. I'm actually using a bigger canvas today. It's size 18 by 24 inch. And I'm just so excited to paint on this because I love painting on big canvases because it's much easier for me. For some reason, they're so much easier for me to do. Okay, so let's begin now. I'll be letting you know the colors that I'll be using for today's tutorial. So we have black, yellow ochre, burnt sienna, oxide green, and titanium white. Let's begin now. I'll be doing first the background. So the background color will be very forestry, which means we'll be using some greens and lots of earthy colors. So I'm going to get first my black. And green. So I'll be just mixing the colors. The background is really much more of a suggestion of what the background is. It's not really going to be a detailed background. Okay, you can wet your brush. And my original plan is to just actually paint today. I didn't have the original plan of showing you how I'm gonna do this one because I just want to paint today. So anyway, I think it's always good to let you know how I do things, okay? Because that's how we learn. And it's also fun, to watch other people paint. That's how I started. Okay, so I'm just alternately using my blacks and greens. I'm not really thinking too much about this one. All I know is that the colors should be green and black. And also, by using these dark colors, we are going to frame the painting, like visually framing it because of the contrast between the subject and the colors on the sides. Okay. We are not going to bother ourselves so much about the center or painting the center because it's where the tiger will be placed. So the background color will be here on the sides. Okay, I'll be adding a little bit of yellow ochre just to suggest a little bit of yellowish greenish colors right here. Right. You can actually choose to have your background just black. I mean, I can do that. It's just that I want some sort of background suggestion, like the setting. Okay. All right. Okay. So I'm just gonna let this dry because it's much easier for me to paint on something if it's dry already. So I'm gonna get my hair dryer and allow this to dry. Okay, and we're back. So I think this is dry enough for me to be able to paint something on. So I'm gonna sketch first the tiger. I'll be using my yellow ochre right here so that you can see, okay, again, so dark colors. Okay, I apologize if you'll be hearing some noise in the background because of the street noise. I really, really apologize, but I cannot really do anything about the noise outside. Okay. So as you probably have noticed already, when I do portraits, pet portraits, whatever, even human human paintings, what do you call this? Portraits of people. I don't really make them like whole. Like I don't do full body paintings. I just don't like the paintings. I mean, the look of it. Just uh, it's not really attractive for me. I don't find it really nice. There's no drama to that, and yeah, it's just my style, I guess. So I always make sure that not everything will be seen, meaning some areas will be left to your imagination. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna get my bigger brush and we're gonna underpaint the whole thing that you're seeing right here with some yellow ochre and a little bit of black, maybe just to darken, maybe a little bit of brown or burnt sienna. So everything will be painted on with this color first. Okay, this is the underpainting for that. Okay, I'll be mixing my yellow ochre plus burnt sienna. Maybe I'm gonna use a little bit of black just to tone down that yellowness, that super bright color. We don't want that. Okay. Okay, I'll be using more black this time right here, simply because it's not being hit by the light. So there should be some darker colors right here. Okay. I need to wet my brush. Okay, now I'm gonna get my black and I'm gonna try to identify where the stripes will go. This is just the rough idea of where things are gonna go. Right, just like that. Okay. And we're gonna continue coloring, underpainting the this big cat, this big cat's face. Okay. Oops, that's too dark. I think I grabbed too much black, but it's fine. Just paint it. Okay, don't worry too much about any what they call this, any confusion that you're feeling, because you probably think, why am I painting it with this color? I haven't seen a tiger with a full-on yellow face. It's okay. You will understand it later. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna get my gray. So I'll be mixing my titanium white plus black. And I want this color to be right here. Okay. Again, make it a more grayish right here. Because this is the mouth area. And we want to underpaint it already with this color. Okay. And also right here in the side of the face, because it's where the light is hitting. Okay, the light is coming from the right side, by the way, so the underpainting for the light will be gray. And since I forgot to okay, let me just use my yellow ochre plus black right here. Okay, that's it. We're going to underpaint the ears. All right, just like that. Okay, now we proceed to detailing. I actually want to dry things up a bit. So I'm going to go back to the background so that, when we go back to the face, it's almost dry that we can paint over it much easily. Okay, so I'm going to get my sap green, or sorry, olive green, mix it with yellow ochre and titanium white to add some sort of, okay, some suggestion of grasses in the background. The background colors are mere suggestions. You don't want to focus so much on this. We're just using our time to, we're just maximizing our time, trying to make the most of the waiting period. Okay, because we're trying to wait for the paint to dry, especially on the face part. I'm gonna get my burnt sienna plus white. So let's create some sort of like a piece of wood going on. some highlights on the grasses. Okay, just like that. And then I'm gonna darken the sides. I feel like the sides, the colors of the sides have been absorbed by my canvas. So I'm just gonna relayer that with some black, trying to fix things. Okay. This is very minor. Again, we're just trying to maximize our time. Okay. And now I think the face of the tiger is dry enough, you know, dry enough for me to be able to paint over it. So I'm gonna get my yellow ochre, just white. Okay, I'm gonna add tiny bit of black just to tone down the color. And I'm just gonna identify where things are gonna go. So I'm gonna do first this. Okay, more lighter colors. Just like that. Okay. Mm. Right, just like that. Okay, now I think I'm gonna do some stripes first so that I already know where the face is. I'm gonna get my black. This is very, very preliminary. I'm just gonna identify where the black stripes are gonna go. Okay, so this, I'm doing the eye already. Right here. Okay. Now, let's do something on the mouth area. Like that. So it's making sense now. Right here. And then the next eye, as they say, the next eye or the second eye is the hardest part. And let's try. Okay, we'll do the adjustment later. For now, let's just allow that to be there. Okay. We're gonna do some markings on the nose part. Gonna get my brown and white to create the nose. That, and I'm gonna use that right here as well to lighten this up. Also right here. Gonna get my white. Let's create some sources, or let's indicate already the light. Okay. Gonna use some highlights right here. Okay, and then some more markings. Okay. Okay, some browns right here. Okay, like okay. I'm gonna get my black. Okay, and then I'm gonna create some dots right here. I'm gonna create a little bit of adjustment on the face. I'm gonna thin this down. Just like that. I'm gonna get my yellow ochre. Yes, and white. I'm gonna brighten this part of the face. Okay, I'm gonna get my yellow ochre plus brown. For some reason, I am actually feeling very sleepy. Okay. Okay, again, yellow ochre plus white. Okay, and then I'm gonna get more black this time. Okay. So in order for us to create a more natural looking stripes, the stripes should blend with the fur, meaning you don't want to do like straight stripes. You kind of do some horizontal brush strokes so that the stripes are blending. Okay. All right. And then I'm going to get another brush. I'll be getting a stiffer brush. Okay, so let me just check my painting from the viewpoint of the camera. It's looking very, very nice. Very, very nice. So now I'll be getting my super old brush. I'm super sleepy, by the way, guys. I'll be dabbing onto my titanium white. I don't know why. I mean, it's not very usual for me, to feel sleepy while I'm painting. Oh, I just had my workout this morning, and it was quite exhausting, but it was really good. Anyway, just letting you know. So I'll be highlighting again the right side. A little bit right here. You see, when you use a really stiff brush, you get that effect. Okay, like that. Mhm. Okay, now using the same brush, I'm gonna dab onto my yellow ochre. And I want to go on certain areas. I'm gonna use some tapping brush strokes, or just tap. I don't want to smudge anything. Okay, I'm gonna get my white. Okay, and I'm using my fingers to just apply it. This old brush of mine is as old as my painting journey. It was bought in 2017. Just a little, trivia. Okay, some light browns right here. So we want to create some fur looking brushstrokes. Okay, I'm gonna dab onto my black. I'm so sleepy. I think I'm gonna get some chocolates. I really like this painting, and we're not yet done. So I'm just gonna get some dark chocolate that I have here. I can't control my eyes. My eyes are like dripping, like it's like already closing. I'm just gonna bite on to some dark chocolate. Okay, so I just ate my chocolate. Okay, again, using white. Okay, I'm gonna adjust the mouth. So it will be more like that. Okay. Okay, just like that. And again, I'm just gonna continue making some little dots right here. Make it thick. Okay. Right. Let me check. Okay. Some more detailing. Uh, okay, now let's. Things are getting really, really serious as we do the detailing. Gonna get my yellow ochre plus white. So just mix your white and yellow ochre, and we're gonna lighten some areas. And I'm using like the dab and the smudge technique. Because we want some randomness. We're gonna apply some yellow ochre right here. I really don't like this. Okay, now a little bit of more light effect hitting this spot. Okay, and then some dark gray color. Okay, now I'm gonna darken this part of the nose to give it dimension. Okay, just like that. Then let's draw that detail. Now using some light yellow ochre, I'm gonna brighten the face. Okay, some patches of yellow ochre right here on the dark area. Okay. Then I'm gonna get my white and draw some sort of highlight just above that nose. And then some highlights on the fur. Okay. And then some burnt sienna right here. Just these are just markings. Okay. And then black. Before we proceed to doing the eyes, let's check. It's looking nice. So I'm gonna use a really small brush for the eyes. So I'm gonna get my green oxide plus yellow ochre plus white. Let's paint the inside. Right. I'm gonna get my black. And I'm just gonna redefine the eye. I'm gonna get my white plus the green color that we had here. And I'm just gonna highlight the lower part of the eye to give it shine, just like that. Okay, and then I'm gonna get my yellow ochre. I'm gonna use that on the eye as well. Right, just like that. And I'm gonna get my black. And do the pupil. Okay, just like that. Okay, now I'm gonna get my hair dryer again, just for me to be able to dry the eyes. Okay. Okay, so I just had a bite of my chocolate again. I was really feeling sleepy. I'm still feeling sleepy, by the way, just to let you know. Okay, now that we've already dried it, I'm just gonna go back to some areas for some highlighting and detailing. I'm so sorry about that. I think my video was able to record the sound of that super annoying alarm from the streets. I'm so sorry about that. Usually, I would turn off my microphone immediately upon hearing the sound of it, but I think it was a few seconds late. Okay, I'm gonna brighten, really, really brighten the nose part. Okay. I think the eye part is already dry. It's dry enough for me to paint something over it. Okay. So I'm gonna use a watered down black. Okay, water it down. And I'm gonna use this color to darken this part. Oops. Okay, just like that. Also this part. Right under the upper lid. Okay, just like that. Mhm. And then I'm gonna get my yellow ochre, this white. All right, just like that. I'm gonna get my white, add some highlight. So I turned off my microphone again um, a few seconds ago because of the street noise. I don't know if you're experiencing that too in your area, especially if you're in the United States. In my area, right here in Chicago, I mean every day, like the fire is that even a fire alarm? I don't know. That very noisy vehicle would always, always really make some annoying sounds. I know that they're just probably doing their job, but it's just so noisy. Okay, okay, I'm gonna use pure white. helps. Okay, now I think we should do the whiskers. Okay. So I'm gonna use a very, very pointy brush for that. I'll be getting my white. And I'm gonna start creating the whiskers. You know, I keep switching on and off my microphone. Um, I don't want you to hear that sound. I'm going to create some dots as well using white. Okay. And then and just make sure that the fur looks like fur. Okay. And using some black, I'm going to darken that. Let me just check it. Let's thicken this one. I'm gonna create some more dots right here. Okay, again, my burnt sienna. Okay, I really like this one. I really like this one, but I need some more detailing. So I'll be using, hmm, I think I'll be using, okay, my foliage brush, as I call it. Okay, I just, uh, it's too, what they call this, it's too um, sharp. I mean, it's too pointy. So I just hurt myself. Okay, hold on. It's too pointy that I hit myself. Like really, really, like, what do you call that? Uh, poke me. Okay, so I'm gonna use this foliage brush. As I've already proven, it's very, very pointy. As to the bristles are very, um, what they call this, hard. Okay, so this is good for foliage and fur. So I'm gonna use this to create some more detailing. I'll be dabbing onto my yellow ochre using this without wetting it. Okay, and I'm gonna create some detailing just like that. Okay, to make my tiger really look natural. As to the fur, mhm. Okay, and then I'm gonna dab onto my white and yellow ochre. Right, to create more realistic fur effect. Mm-hmm. Right here. Okay, I'm gonna dab onto my white. All right. I'm gonna switch to my ordinary brush. I'm gonna dab onto my white, and I'm just gonna brighten some areas that need some brightening. I'm gonna get my gray. So using some gray color, I'm gonna gray this part of the eye. Okay. We want some sort of dimension. Also on the fur, just graying everything. On more on the left side, because as I told you, the light is coming from the right side, so this area will be really bright or brighter compared to the left side. Gonna get my black plus brown. Okay, I really like this one. Okay. I really, really like this one. So using some white, okay, again, water down your white. I'm gonna have to like highlight the eyes. Okay. And also highlight the left side, I mean the right side, using some dry brushing technique. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna get my green or green sap green. And then my brown and greens. Just to suggest more light. Okay. Okay, now I'm gonna get my yellow. I know that I did not ask you to use your yellow, but I think I need some yellow because I really want the right side to be really bright. So use your lemon yellow, and this is just for the finishing touches. We're getting there. We're almost there. We're almost done. But um, I really want this to be really pretty. So using my lemon yellow, I'm going to water it down again. And I'm just going to use it to brighten this side or this part of the face. You see how the translucent yellow makes all the difference, brightening the face, okay? And also the ear. You know, it's a suggestion of of light effects. Okay, I'm gonna dab onto my white again, brightening even further. Okay, just like that. And then using some black color, we want to clean some areas. There you go, like this one. Okay, now using some fan brush. So I'm gonna get my fan brush. The fan brush that I'll be using is also quite stiff. Okay, that's the right word. You know, it's been a while since the last time I did a painting like this. That's why I can't even get the right word. So I'm gonna dab onto my white using this fan brush. And I'm just gonna create like this brush strokes to create like fur-like effect. Oops. It's broken. Let me just fix that one. Okay, now using some watered down black, I'm just gonna darken the center portion of the mouth. Again, to give it dimension. Just like that. Very subtle. Okay. Right. Okay, using again my pointing brush. Let's create some hairs or fur or whiskers. Some yellow. Let me check. Wow, this is so good. Okay, I'm gonna get my black and I'm gonna just, redefine the stripes that got lost along the way simply because I kept on painting over some areas. It happens, okay? Okay, some greenish colors right here. Okay, like that. Not because it's green, but because of the yellow color and some light effects as well. Right? I really like this one. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're just gonna highlight the nose. Okay, right here. And right here. Wow. It's amazing. Okay. I better check the eye part. Gonna get some tiny hint of brown. Just like that. Very subtle. Okay. Really, I love this one. And also right here. Subtle browns. This is so nice that I think I have the sign now. So I'm gonna use my white right here. And I'm gonna sign maybe here. That's right. 2025. And it's finished. I hope you enjoy this one, guys. It's quite a long video, but I think it's worth it. I mean, it's worthwhile. Am I saying English correctly? Am I speaking English correctly? All right, I hope you enjoy that one. And if you like this video, let me know in the comment section below. If you are going to try to paint along with me, let me know as well in the comment section below. Although the video was not really more of a tutorial, but really showing you how I did it. But if you can paint along using that video, that would be great because it means that I've helped you in a way. So see you in my next one, guys, and have a great day. Have a great week ahead. Bye. Love you.